Hello MOOC learners, welcome to the class. Today we are going to start a new module on the topic gender socialization. Let's begin with its introduction. Introduction. When position and roles of men and women are discussed in society, two related terms come to the forefront: sex and gender. Sex is a biological category of male and female. It is naturally created. On the basis of this natural category, men and women are treated differently and different attributes and traits are imposed on them by society. This social creation is gender. Gender refers to the socially and culturally made category of men and women. Every society prescribes different set of rules, roles and behaviors for its male and female members. Society prescribes masculine and feminine roles and traits for its members according to their birth-assigned sex categories. A question arises here. How can we say that gender is socially created when it looks natural? Well, if you take examples from different communities or societies, you will find variations in their gender norms and roles. In traditionally patriarchal society, men are superior to women. In matriarchal society, women occupy superior place than men. In egalitarian society, men and women are treated equally. These variations in gender roles are relevant justification for gender to be socially constructed. Sex-related natural characteristics are universal, but gender-related social characteristics are variable and tend to change with time and place. In this module, our main concern is to understand how gender traits, roles and behaviors are acquired and learned by men and women. This acquisition is done through the process of gender socialization. Let's see the meaning of gender socialization. Gender socialization. Society passes its norms and traditions from one generation to another through the process of socialization. Through this process, members of society conform to its basic social norms. It is a continuous process that helps in making people live in social group and to participate in social activities and social life. When socialization is perceived from the view of gender, it is called as gender socialization. In a broad perspective, it is a way of imparting the sense of gender, but in narrow term, it acts as the subordination of women in society. It ultimately limits the scope and space for women. In the words of Chattopadhyay, the socialization process, which teaches men and women gender identity and differences and which inspires individuals to adopt the social role corresponding to their gender through various agencies like family, school and media and through various religious and cultural activities is called gender socialization. This socialization occurs through methods of imitation, assimilation and social learning. It enforces gender-based social norms and practices in a compulsory and coercive manner. It gradually makes men and women learn and absorb patriarchal values and inspires them to conform to the preset gender norms and practices. Gender socialization affects identity formation and personality development of an individual. Now, we can draw some main points regarding gender socialization from our discussion. Gender socialization is a continuous lifelong process that starts from birth or before birth and continues throughout the life. It is a way of imparting gender-based roles and norms to male and female members of society according to their sex categories. It promotes subordination of women in society. It creates hierarchy in society. It allocates different values, attitudes, roles, traits and behaviors among people according to their gender. It is performed through the methods of imitation, assimilation and social learning with the help of agents like family, school, religion, media, peer group, etc. I hope the meaning and concept of gender socialization is clear to you all. Let's move forward. There are 3 points of view to understand gender socialization. These are differential socialization, differential gender identity and differential gender role distribution. Let's explore these points of view. Differential socialization. Differential socialization begins with the birth of the child or sometimes before its birth. From differential socialization point of view, gender socialization is the key to the imparting of the notion of gender to the members of society of all ages, especially the children, and accordingly, it results in the formation of the gender consistent attitudes within them. Conventional gender roles are imparted to the members of society through religion, culture and various institutions. These roles are performed according to the stereotyped gender norms of the society. Differential gender identity. From this point of view, gender socialization is the process of inspiring boys and girls to form their identities differently and in conformity with their birth assigned biological sex. Gender identity is the psychological sense of being male or female. It is personal and subjective. An individual's gender identity may or may not correspond with their birth assigned sex. But gender socialization is done in such a way to ensure that people perceive their gender identity that conforms to their naturally assigned sex category. In the words of Chattopadhyay, gender socialization is the method of assigning a definite but different style of speaking, dressing, mannerism, etc. for man and women, and thus the external expressions and behaviors of man and women in conformity with their biological sex are the result of gender identity formation process. Within the purview of gender socialization, gender identity leads to the formation of differential identity. Another point of view is differential gender role distribution. From this point of view, gender socialization is understood as the method of presenting the functional necessity of acquiring differential gender roles by men and women that correspond to their biological sex. Construction of gender relies on the acquisition of gender roles. Gender roles refer to the societal expectations regarding appropriate behaviors of men and women. Boys and men are taught to be brave, independent, strong and tough, whereas girls and women are inspired to be soft, dependent, submissive and caring. Family, schools, media, religion and peer group enforce these roles directly or indirectly. Chattopadhyay mentions that gender socialization always preaches that different gender roles are necessary for the proper discharge of all functions of the society. So, men and women should separately prepare themselves for performing their roles in proper way. Hence, this gender-based socialization includes differential socialization, differential identity formation and differential gender role distribution. Now let's see the agents of gender socialization. Gender socialization occurs through various agents that play active role in making people internalize gender norms. There are 3 categories of socializing agents: primary, secondary and reference groups. Family comes in the primary group of socializing agent. A child forms a set of values and attributes through interaction with his or her family. Family teaches its members about gender roles, behaviors and norms to be followed. In family, parental and sibling influences affect acquisition of gender roles. Child's personality and identity gets shaped by family. The secondary group consists of schools and peer group. Schools are the formal agents of socialization. Schools, through its curriculum, teachers, peer group and administration, affect gender socialization of children. They contribute in creation of gender differences, allocating gender-based activities, assigning gender-based roles and giving stereotypical gender-based remarks influence students' gender development. Along with school and family, peer group is also a socializing agent. It refers to the friendship group of children of similar age group. With growing age, individuals get closer to their peer group than their family for support and acceptance. They learn different gender-related attitudes, beliefs, behaviors and traits through peer group. In the words of Beale, boys and girls socialize one another into traditional gender role behavior by punishing those who deviate from gender role appropriate activities through making critical remarks, abandoning play with the friend who persists in doing something that seems inappropriate, or trying to get the friend to do something else. Media come under the category of reference group. It plays a significant role in gender socialization. Mass media and social media have now become integral parts of our life. Individuals are learning gender practices, roles and norms through television, cinema, advertisement, newspapers, social networking sites, etc. Media educate and make people more conscious about gender issues prevalent in the society. Through these groups, gender is imparted in the minds of children. These agents have 4 different contributions in socializing children. First, they make socialization focused, planned and organized in its style and operation. Second, through them, socialization continues throughout our life. Third, they are concerned about maintaining the gendered pattern and system of society. Fourth, intensity and dimension of gender socialization is measured through the degree of agents' participation in the process of socialization. Conclusion. To conclude, it can be stated that gender is not a biological category but a social construct. There are variations in gender norms, roles and practices across cultures and societies. Every individual learns gender through the process of gender socialization. It occurs through various agents like family, school, peer group, media, etc. These agents make individuals internalize gender norms and gender practices through imitation, observation, assimilation and social learning. Individuals are encouraged to imitate gender-specific practices and take their masculine and feminine roles and behaviors through gender socialization. I hope the concept, views and agents of gender socialization are clear to you all. If you have any doubt, write in our discussion forum. We can continue our discussion there. Thank you.